So, considering a founder or somebody who's starting up a D2C brand, just figured out industry, segment, target audience and all that. Now, D2C, as you said, it's not just what is there online, right? You have to have shelf space, you have to have other distribution, retail channels, etc. Right? How do you stand out? Like, what is the role of, say, packaging designers or product designers to kind of make sure that if I cross a shelf, I see that product? That's important, right?
Yeah.
So how did you kind of encounter that? How do you suggest like one should like we work with a lot of D2C brands and everybody comes with that, I want to, highlight my product on the shelf and all that. But that's not just the only brief, right?
Yeah.
You have to make sure who's your TG, which you just said, your TG was Bharat, right? You can't have simple, minimalistic products for Bharat. They want to know everything about a product.
So we teach a cohort-based course now on D2C. And I think the first 2 modules we teach are product and brand. And I feel like those are non-negotiable modules, right? Because that's where your conversation with the customer starts.
Right.
So everyone talks about customer acquisition, marketing, website, marketplaces, etc. But before all of this comes product and brand. And why do I say that? Because one, your product has to be good because otherwise you only get one purchase and the customer will never buy you again.
Right.
And two, your brand packaging story has to be compelling enough for the customer to pick you up, right?
No, in fact, whenever at Onething we met people who want to launch their D2C brands, we're working with somebody who's launching yogurt or Parafet and all that. They're all, items that are available off the shelf. There's always that battle that, hey, let's figure out why you want to do it. Who are you launching it for? And just don't make it because the next product which you are competing against has this, right? Make your moat for your customer. So, it's a great point that you have to find it and then, make it inclusive within your product also. So, in fact, from that, what do you think is the role of, say, an omni-channel ecosystem for a D2C brand? Only D2C can never survive. Let's be honest, right?
Yeah, I think you're picking a point that's a big discussion in D2C right now, right? Lots of conversations about, hey, D2C can take you to 60, 80, 100 crores, but from there, where do you go?
Right.
And I think the right time, and it's different for brands, different for categories, and we were talking about this last night with some friends, the unlock will happen with offline because, let's be honest, less than 5% of all retail in India is done online, right? It's different for different categories. Some categories are 10, some categories are 2.
Right.
So there's lots of bulk of the sale in India still happens offline. What's the challenge with offline? The challenge with offline is that if you're not a known brand, generating offtake is very difficult.
Right.
And retailers, distributors, modern trade stores don't give you the terms of trade that you will benefit from, right? Like listing fees, marketing fees, slotting fees, payment cycles, etc. All of that. You don't get the best of terms.
Right.
So my view always to newer brands is, other than a few specific categories, start online, build the buzz. Once you build the buzz and you've got to 1,000 orders a day, 500 orders a day, 350 orders a day, whatever that number is that's relevant for your category, customers will start demanding you in stores. When the store hears your name 3 times, when you go to that store, the terms will be totally different. But yes, I agree with you. We still have some way, like China, for example, 50% of transactions in China happen online. 1 in 2 transactions. We are still 1 in 15 or 1 in 20, right? So until we reach there, offline is definitely something that all D2C brands will have to consider. But I would say it's a little more challenging on day one. When you're still establishing PMF, still getting your first few customers, it may become difficult to do both at one time with limited budgets.
Right. So back in the day when you were building the product and kind of transforming it from the age-old way, the way it was delivered, you would have worked with product designers, you would have worked with brand designers, etc., etc. How did you come to a consensus with yourself and with them? Because it's always a battle that, okay, this is how my product is going out. This is what India wants.
There's a good story to this one, actually. My dad is a jewelry designer, right? And his passion in life is design.
Right.
I'm a business guy.
Right.
So I said, "ठीक है, आप help करो. If you can help me with this." I got some 3-4 agencies to pitch.
Right.
He said, "Dude, I'm better than all these guys." I was like, "But आपने FMCG packaging, you've not done it, right? You've not done FMCG packaging." He said, "I'll do it.
Yeah.
It's fine." And then one of my friends from school came over and he was in the ball bearings business. But he was the best artist, designer that I've ever seen in my life. But his family business was ball bearings, so that's what he was doing, right? So I asked him, "Tu karega mere saath?" And he said, "Huh, I'll do it with you, yeah. I've always wanted to do a packaging design project, so let's do it." Right. So my dad and my friend from school jammed for like 2 months, came up with the logo, the packaging of the first few products, 57 versions. Right. They would meet late at night, post work, this, that, whatever. And eventually that's how Dr. Vaidya's brand identity packaging first few products came out. I was frustrated because it took 2-3 months. And for me, I was like, I've quit my high-paying job in private equity. I need to get this product off to the races, right? But eventually, all the 80 products that we launched pre-acquisition in March 21, all designed by my dad and his design team that otherwise was designing jewelry. But they designed all our products. And I thought it came out quite
Did you pay him a good fee?
Zero. But he had a lot of equity in the business, and when we sold the business, they made very good returns.
Sure. Would you do that now if you were launching a D2C brand now?
I don't think my dad would let anyone else do the packaging. But there are things I would have done differently, right? So I think, where did I make my mistakes as a founder? Number one, I think I didn't realize how difficult it'll be. Right. And I didn't know how many failures I would have to go through, right? So I'd mentally prepare myself a little bit more about how much grit and resilience I'd need. Number two, I didn't build a good team from day one. Right. As a bootstrapped early stage young founder, you think you can do everything on your own. मैं blogs लिख लूँगा, मैं packaging का सब text लिख लूँगा, I'll approve every social media creative, I'll check every bill, I'll sign every bill, I'll sign every check, I'll hire every person, right. I'll check everything that's bought by the company, it'll have my signature on it, approval, this, that, whatever. And eventually it was like, okay, at 4 people it's fine, at 10 people it's fine, at 30 people it's tough, at 150 people it's impossible, right? And number 3, I would say is, because it was the time of performance marketing and ho jata tha performance marketing ke liye, we didn't build the brand as a strong brand early enough. Now today, if you look at it, Dr. Vaidya is this iconic brand synonymous with Ayurveda online, but I thought we could have done that earlier. Right. Quality of content, all of that we could have invested in earlier.